very cute, polite hello. I felt like I was in like Savannah, Georgia or something, some like Southern Belle hello.
Oh, hell no.
I know. You're
Yeah, for sure.
I said, really nice meeting you. I have to go now. I'm just kidding.
How about you?
Me?
I watch TV.
No, I live in New York. I'm from Colorado originally. I live in New York at the moment.
New York? I've never been.
What?
It's too far.
Too far. There's these things on airplanes now. They're very fast.
I've never been in an airplane.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How old are you?
I wish I could lie and say I have watched it, but I can't.
We gotta work on
I
this.
will soon.
You will soon?
Yeah.
Me? See, because you seem like a very interesting, fun person, but now I'm a little, I don't know. I like when I speak Spanish, you speak English back to me. It's good. Everybody understands better that way. Because I really don't speak that well, but thank you. Yeah. So here's the difference between me and you and what I said to her, right? We actually, weirdly, we can play it back too, because we actually got it, I think.
believe that you're better than me.
No, it's not about better, it's about different.
Okay.
Right? And because it's, yes, I came up with clever shit and whatever, but it's the completely different approach matters more than the clever lines, right? Too. And the different approach is I went in and gave her shit. Right? She said she's from California, so I'm like, oh, that's nice, whatever. I'm like, nice talking, you have to leave now.
Yeah, so I was
right?
just asking questions the whole time.
It's that willingness to walk away, that willingness to give her shit.
Yeah.
Right? She said she's never been on a plane. I'm like, wait, what? But like, girl like that, she's a cute girl, right? She's gonna respond to that because she's not used to it. She's not getting her ass kissed by every guy.
Okay.
Whereas I think you were so nice and whatever, not bad, you were cool, but you were nice. And she's like, okay, well, that's like, by the way, if there's one theme for tonight for all you guys, take fucking risks. Okay. Take risks. The things that you're playing to win about, the risks you're taking, become the topics of conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So once you've made it, it's easier to keep talking to. It solves the I ran out of things to say. And also, it moves it towards it cures both. But if you're just trying to like platonically come up with things to say over and over and over again, that's exhausting. So you have to keep like new topic. You should have this one topic underneath everything, which is us moving towards. And if in doubt, when there's a silence, say something that's of that nature. So instead of there's silence, oh, how about the weather? There's silence, you know what? I can't decide if I love you or hate you. Either one fills the silence. One of them moves the step forward, one of them's interesting. Right? So make that choice. Make the choice that if it succeeds, will lead you somewhere. And if it fails, it fails. But you know that the other one will fail. Right? But yeah, that's right. But anyway, you're doing a good job in terms of for night one of getting into the sets. You're doing a great job of that. You're doing a great job of that, getting into the sets, but you need to start taking more risks once you're in there, okay? Let's walk with him and see how we can do. So here's what I've said this to various people, but you weren't there at the time. There are various moves in game that are necessary if you're going to succeed. Okay. You have to bring up sexual topics. You have to get physical. You have to go for the kiss. You have to venue change. These have to happen. Yeah. However, every single one of them is a risk of instantly ruining the set.
Gotcha.
And so most guys, because they're aware it's a risk of instantly ending it, they never make the move. Right. And so they never instantly end it. They just slowly end it by, it's 100% probability of slow end instead of a 2% probability of instant end various times. Gotcha. Right? But by taking those risks, you actually have some chance of an actual success. Does that make sense? So it's taking those risks. And it's the risks, literally, you guys ask what risks? It's the risks that move it forward. Anything that's moving it closer to a viable risk to be at least thinking about. Okay? And then the other risk is the risk of things that like make her love or hate you. The risk of generating attraction or hatred. So again, like I said with this girl, I'm from California, take care, nice to meet you. Right? That's polarizing. A girl could get offended about that. I've probably said that line 200 times, maybe more. I've had maybe once, twice, I don't know, something like that. Some girl gets deeply offended, it's like, okay, fuck you, then it leaves. There is a chance, and it has happened. But the other 199 out of 200 times, or 198 out of 200 times, it worked. And it made the set better, significantly. Okay. Right, so it was worth the one time where it'll mess it up. And you have to do this. You have to have 20 different situations where there's a 1 or 2% chance it'll mess it up, which means 20 to 40% of the time you piss them off, or not piss them off, you just lose it for whatever reason. You over-escalate or over-commit or they're not ready or whatever, right? But that other 60%, you gave yourself a chance, and that's the goal.
I have offended 2 girls tonight. Just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Good job. Way to go.
I mean, I'm not bragging or anything.
That is kind of, that's good though.
Depends how you did it, but like for now, like provisionally, sure. It depends how you did it, but sure.
Their outfits.
Hardy, see if you can grab us up for these 2 guys, yeah? Right. See if you can grab us up for these, have him open and have him come in. And see if you can grab us up for them too. And so you have your understanding of the world, right?
Yeah.
And your understanding of the world is that you're bringing value, you are in demand, they'd be lucky to have you, etc. Right? If they start getting into this, oh, we love each other, or oh, we're, this and that with each other, or oh, we have to get a ride and it's so urgent. What does it cost to cancel an Uber?
$2.
Yeah, something like that. $2 to cancel an Uber, right? So the opportunity of meeting you versus $2. Come on, really? That's not even a thought. It's not even a thought of a thought, right? And you shouldn't be taking that as an excuse. You're like, oh, they have their Uber, so I can't talk to them, or they can't. No, like that is the cost of what $2 is the cost of a lottery ticket, right?
Yeah.
You're a lottery ticket. Right, but you're actually a winning lottery ticket. You're actually a good lottery ticket, not some bullshit one.
That's right.
All right. So, like canceling the Uber to talk to you, it's not like oh, it's such a big obstacle. It's easy. Obviously, why wouldn't you? Would you cancel an Uber to talk to her? The hottest girl in the night comes and talks to you. Would you cancel an Uber to talk to her?
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. You're the same thing. Right? That's the mentality you need to have. Even when guys are, for example, asking for a number, like, can I have your number? So it's like, yeah, I guess I'll take your number. All right. But it's every little phrase, every little thing adds up to this whole picture of who are you as a man, right? And you're, like stylish, attractive, you have all this stuff going for you. Like, act the part as much as you look the part, because you absolutely look the part, right?
Okay.
Believe the part. If you try and stop them right on the open, you're asking for a big commitment off of very little, and so you're unlikely to get that. I'll talk to you more about it later. Go with that girl. She's cute. She's super cute.
I know.
Come on, I'll go with you. Come on. Yeah. All right, so a couple things. I'm gonna give some general overall tips to you guys, and you guys have probably, every one of you heard individually the tips that I'm about to tell you guys collectively as well, for the start of it. But then what I want you guys to do is actually go over your nights very quickly, okay? The biggest thing that I can tell each and every one of you, first of all, I can tell you guys good job. Right? Every one of you guys did sets when maybe you didn't want to, or were nervous, or whatever. Every one of you stepped up, every one of you did it. And also every single one of you did what I laid out as the minimum goal for the night, which is get into approaches and get conversation started, which means you're all ready for the content for tomorrow. You're all ready to start working on building attraction. You're all ready to work on being more polarizing, leading, all these kind of things that we're going to teach you. So that's good. You have a solid foundation. So you can be happy with that. You can go to sleep and rest easy, that you're ready to go for the next couple days. So good job there. However, my biggest advice to all of you, and it's not actually that surprising given that you guys kind of are similar demographics coming in, which is the demographic of being cool guys who are like socially together, but not necessarily as successful as you'd like to be with girls, right? And that's not always what we get on this program. But being that that's the case, it's not shocking that lack of going for it, lack of taking risks, and at its soul, at its heart, maybe lack of playing to win. Sorry, I see a hot girl coming down the stairs. The point is, you guys need to really think about playing to win, right? And that manifests in many different ways, all right? In some cases, playing to win means making it man to woman, right? And in most of your cases, you could probably do more of that. I think you did a decent job of that in at least the long set. So being man to woman could be one version of playing to win, right? Moving the girls around would be one version of playing to win. I made this point to a couple people. Remember the set right over here at the start of the night? How long did you, I guess, you guys talked to him for like 2 hours, right? Something like that, hour and a half, 2 hours here? Something like that, right? And it started there, and 2 hours later it was still there. To your credit, you did take her to the bar and back a couple times, which is a very smart move and a very good move, and the move you should have made. But then, and not to like, this is not me like tooting my own horn or whatever, but I came in and talked to them for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, I don't know, let's say 5. And now we're on off to another club. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And the point I made is, why did that happen? Because I asked. The most fundamental reason why is because I went for it, because I tried something, because I asked. And here's the key part of it. And this, for me as a coach, is actually like a big thing, is that there was a risk. There was a risk that I could have embarrassed the shit out of myself doing that. You guys could have talked to them for 2 hours, and I come in and I try and pull them, and all of a sudden, like, no, we got to go, and they leave. And now you guys are like, shit, Todd came in and they didn't like him anymore, or they wanted to leave then, right? That's a big risk, right? So, I mean, the easy thing for me to do would be like sit back and chill and be like, okay, good set, guys. Did you try and pull them? Oh, try that next time, right? But no, I'm actually playing to win. I'm actually getting in there and saying, how do I win? How do I make this actually happen? And I take the risk. And it very clearly, no, you're fine. It very much could have ended it right then and there. But it also could have improved it, right? And the point I made is that the risk of it ending was very small. Let's say like maximum 5%. The risk of it, or the chance of it making it better, and significantly better if they come with us, is huge. So there's probably like, 80% chance. I mean, I don't know. Let's say there's a 70% chance of making it a lot better. 5% chance of completely ending it. And what does that leave? Like, it's 25% chance, 70 and 5, so 25% chance of it like making no difference. It's just like neutral, it's just water under the bridge, right? But it's a move that had a chance of failing. Right? And you guys need to take those moves that have a chance of failing. You need to risk failed sets. You need to risk losing in order to win, right? I'll give you like a weird chess metaphor, which is when high level chess players play, there are certain sequences of moves that are just known to be a draw. And like if they want to make a draw, they can go make a draw, right? If you want to win, you actually have to take a risk. You actually have to risk putting yourself in a slightly worse theoretical position that's complicated in order to get out there and have a chance of winning. Right? That's what you guys need to do. You need to like take that risk. Be like, look, I could have this safe set. I could have this safe thing where I can walk away and everybody will be pleasant. Maybe we'll get a phone number. At least we'll be like, oh, nice to meet you. That was fun, etc. Right? Or I could take the risk of having them possibly hate me and possibly go really well. And you guys need to emotionally decide that when you take that risk and it fails, not only are you okay with it, but you actually celebrate that more than the nice to meet you. Basically, you need to get to the point where you'd rather hear fuck off than nice to meet you. Because you've just heard nice to meet you too many damn times and you're just over it and no more. I can't know exactly how you're feeling moment to moment in the set and why you made those decisions, but all I'm gonna ask you to do in terms of that is be really honest with yourself. Be really honest with yourself about, am I truly going after what I want? Am I truly going after a win here, right? A little mantra that I have, not even just for game, but for life in general, when I'm asking myself about these things, I say, is this an act of self-love? Is this an act of me doing the best by myself, right? And if I can honestly say that, I'll be okay with any outcome, right? But I'm playing to win. I'm playing to really go after what I want, not what feels good, not what looks good, not what will impress or please somebody else, not what is socially acceptable. I'm truly playing to win as my foremost goal, as my foremost idea. Right, so I want to get that idea in you guys' heads. Because when it comes to taking risks and being polarizing tomorrow and the day after and for the rest of your lives, you're going to have to do that. You have to risk a loss, an unlikely loss, small chance of loss, but you have to risk a loss if you're going to win. You will not win by not risking anything. Okay? All right. Cool. So let's go into you guys' lessons quickly. We'll do them quickly now. We can elaborate on them more tomorrow and whatnot. But what were your 1 or 2 best sets?